Welcome to this brand new edition of The Take. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix. Glad you can join us here on Connect TV. Use the hashtag TAKE to join in the conversation here on Connect TV. We're glad you're here to watch. You know, you could be anywhere else, but you came to watch us here on Take. Alright, let's get started with the big story. The big story this week is, man, the world mourns the loss of the Queen of Soul. Aretha Franklin and everyone gathered to say goodbye to the Queen of Soul at this long live telecast. During the telecast, we saw celebrities such as Bill Clinton, he was a politician or something like that, activist, Jesse Jackson, Micheal Dyson, Al Sharpton, members of her own family, even her second eldest son had sung. Let's take a look back at the funeral. Take a look.
The secret of her greatness was she took this massive talent and this perfect culture that raised her and decided to be the composer of her own life song. And what a song it turned out to be.
Well, I love Medea. I said, well, you know she's not real, right? She said, I don't care, I want to talk to her. I said, hello. She loved to laugh. She would invite me to things over the years, and we would sit and talk. She'd want me to come back in the dressing room, but I couldn't stay in there too long, because in the dressing room, she would have the heat somewhere between 85 and double hell. She loved it warm in there, but we talked over the years. When I found out she was ill, I called her up, and I was talking like Medea, making her laugh a little bit. And the last time that I saw her perform was at the Kennedy Center Honors that everybody's talking about. I was there. I was up in the box with President Obama. She comes out and she starts singing, and all of these upright, stiff politicians are all over the place. But when she sang, all of that went away. All that pomp and circumstance and pretension went away. She brought them all to their feet so they can bow to the Queen of Soul.
Franklin's granddaughter. And I'd always shrug my shoulders and go, I don't know, it's just my grandma. And at that young, I didn't really understand what that really meant. I knew she was someone special, I knew she was someone important, but I didn't really understand how big it was. As a kid, I've seen some of the greatest things. I've met some of the greatest people.
I know you be watching me from the windows in heaven, and I promise to carry our family legacy with pride and joy. Long live the Queen.
I'm going to miss your words of wisdom and advice. The world is going to miss you. I want you to know I love you. The world loves you. And most importantly, Aretha, Detroit loves you. Thank you.
We saw everyone from the Reverend Jesse Jackson to Tyler Perry to Faith Hill and to Ariana Grande, who sung Natural Woman for the Queen of Soul at her funeral. But after her performance, the Reverend of the church, Bishop Charles Ellis, whoever he calls himself, called Grande over and grabbed her by her side inappropriately and said this.
I've got to apologize because I have to brush up. My 28-year-old daughter tells me, Dad, you are old at 60. When I saw Ariana Grande on the program, I thought that was something at Taco Bell. Girl, let me give you all your respect. Did y'all enjoy this icon? She's an icon herself. Come on, make.
What a start to a funeral. What a start. He already doing what he want to do, and then said her name like a meal from Taco Bell. Yes, she's a singer. She's not a snack or a meal like some of you folks like to do on Instagram when you see those little Instagram pics of people who you rather smash or, you know, do with it on Instagram. You know how it go. You know how that go. All right, we'll have a little bit more continuing coverage of the funeral later on in the political rundown. But let's get over to this. Colin Kaepernick, former NFL player, played for the 49ers, and who took a stand and took a little stand against the national anthem, now becomes the face of Nike. Yes, Nike's Just Do It campaign. On its 30th anniversary, Kaepernick is chosen, and what a way Kaepernick, as you see right here on the little graphic, Kaepernick saying he had to sacrifice a lot, and I guess like they said, you sacrifice to become a Nike spokesperson now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You stand up to your convictions and what you believe in. So I can honor him. I can honor that, respect that, and give him his props. All right. Also, John Witherspoon, you know, the comedian Pops. Social media called Firestorm, where they thought that this man right here who attempted to rob a bank or try to get some money, thought they was John Witherspoon. And John Witherspoon came out of Twitter and said this. Yeah. John Witherspoon said, don't be trying to act like that's me. That's not me. He looks like me, but that's not me. He do all that robbing and stuff. He like, hey, my reputation, I'm worried about my reputation. So Witherspoon said he got his reputation is intact. He don't care what this man doing over here, because this man may look like him, but that man ain't him. All right. So, well, meanwhile on that, we got you on the comedy bit. We'll get back to the little sad bit where, meanwhile, John McCain had his little memorial service. John McCain requested former presidents George W. Bush and President Barack Obama to attend and deliver speeches that were sincere and powerful and to the point. Let's hear what they said, and also let's look at what McCain's daughter had said, Megan, what she had to say. Take a look at these three incredible speeches.
Always recognizing that his opponents were still patriots and human beings. He loved freedom with the passion of a man who knew its absence. He respected the dignity inherent in every life, a dignity that does not stop at borders and cannot be erased by dictators. Perhaps above all, John detested the abuse of power, could not abide bigots and swaggering despots. There was something deep inside him that made him stand up for the little guy, to speak for forgotten people in forgotten places. One friend from his Naval Academy
stood that part of what makes our country great is that our membership is based not on our bloodline, not on what we look like, what our last names are. It's not based on where our parents or grandparents came from or how recently they arrived, but on adherence to a common creed, that all of us are created equal.
John McCain was not defined by prison, by the Navy, by the Senate, by the Republican Party, or by any single one of the deeds in his absolutely extraordinary life. John McCain was defined by love.
President Bush and former First Lady Michelle Obama sitting together and share a sweet, innocent moment where Bush gave Obama some of his candy. He ain't the candy man, I know. No, don't get like that. He just was being a kind gesture. Even in death, John McCain got his wish and saw these two people from different political parties, different political views, different political philosophies come together as one United States of America. So that right there tells you a whole lot about John McCain's character and integrity. So good for John McCain, and God bless his soul. All right, in newses, Imagine this. Imagine this. A mother crashes her car down and goes on a wild speed chase from the police. You got to see it, believe it. Watch this.
A gray Mercedes. Gonna be on US 90 east back towards Castro. An infant in that vehicle. Alright, extremely high rate of speed. I'd say at least 100 miles an hour still. Traffic is light to moderate. Almost struck another vehicle passing. Flyway Patrol just got a spike. I went off road. Looks like she's about to wreck. No, she still got it. She's now on the access across the median. Looks like she's taking Military Drive. Looks like they're going to crash almost. Stand by. Still going. We're going Military southbound. 13. We're in oncoming traffic now. Oncoming traffic. And now center median. 13 southbound from 90 proper. I think the troop got her. Okay, it looks like her front left tire might be low. We're through a red ball intersection. She just blew through that. Her arm is sticking out of the door right now, out of the window. We're just passing Palms Road. She's number 3 lane now, number 2 lane. Still high rate of speed coming up to the creek. Hold here, 1050, 1050, 1050 and 2536 and Military. She's in the back seat. She's got the baby and we're running. We're running southbound from the accident. Southbound from the accident.
Received vehicle crashed at 2536 at Military. Female with a baby is running southbound from the crash.
Okay, we're getting in a white Nissan Xterra, Troops in front of it. Hold the air. Doors are open. Troops trying to get her out now. Female driver of this white Nissan Xterra also has a child, and the baby's safe.
107 EMS has been notified.
What is you doing? I got this baby in my hand. I got this baby. Get out the car. I'm trying to get away from these harsh, despicable criminals that want to take me and my baby, and it's never gonna happen. You weirdos, you sycophants, you freaks. Go get down, lady. Oh. All right, the lady got what she asked for. That's just crazy. That lady with a baby. A lady doing a high-speed car chase with a baby in tow. Can you believe that? This lady must be loaded, armed, or she just might be just crazy, or she on something. She might be on some drugs or something. You know, I'm not judging everybody, but this lady on this given day had to be on something. If it wasn't, she had to be on drugs. It couldn't. Because she put her baby in danger like that. That lady need to go to jail. She need to get, in a white scrap or something. Man, she woke up to herself like, oh, what I want to do today? I want to live dangerously. Yeah, you living dangerously, all right. You living dangerously. All right, we'll be right back with more The Take. Stay tuned. Back to The Take. Once again, Kendra Dix here. Join in the conversation. Use the hashtag Take here on Connect TV. You won't miss a thing. I'm telling you, won't miss a thing. Won't miss a thing. All right, let's get to talk shows this week. On talk shows this week, Ellen returned on TV for her Sweet 16 premiere and brings rapper Nicki Minaj to discuss everything Nicki Minaj is doing. Even Nicki Minaj had to address what's going on. You just won't believe. Take a look.
First of all, congratulations. This is #1 in 86 countries.
Yes.
And, Now, when you were #2 behind Travis Scott, it seemed you got upset about that.
But why do people say things like upset or angry? When someone says how they feel, they're not always upset or angry.
Well, what were you feeling?
I felt like I wanted to punch him in his face.
Okay.
because
what are those emotions then, if that's not anger?
No, it's not anger. It's just what's right and what's wrong, what's fair. I've had a #2 album, and I never cared. It's just that when you have a #2 album to someone who's selling shirts and merch and selling passes for a tour that's not even announced yet, it feels like you're being tricked. It feels like, someone is playing a game and like beating you at a game as opposed to just selling music. I want to sell music.
Right. So you're saying that's what he was doing?
Yes.
Okay.
He sold a lot of T-shirts and sweaters.
Okay.
And tour passes. And so we're not going to have that.
Okay. All right.
Can you believe Ellen has been on TV since 2003? I remember 2003, I was a freshman in high school in 2003. And now, 16 years later, Ellen is still doing her thing. I'm doing my thing here on Connect TV. And man, you have to wonder, like, Ellen is a high-profile LGBT person that's staying on daytime TV. That tells a lot about Ellen's staying power. Now, I hope Nicki Minaj get there with herself, with her staying power, because Carly B is kind of toppling her, and Carly B ain't even doing, nothing. She just being Carly B. All right, let's go to the political rundown. The political rundown this week. All right, we go back, unfortunately, to the Queen of Soul's funeral, where activists Al Sharpton, Greg Mathis, Judge Greg Mathis, I meant to say, and Michael Eric Dyson decide to use the Queen of Soul's funeral as their own platform to call attention to recent civil rights issues. You won't believe, like I said, let's get started with first Al Sharpton calling out President Trump on his remarks about Rita working for him. Either way it goes, you had to see it for yourself. Watch it.
I want y'all to help me correct President Trump to teach him what it means. Say that because when word went out that Miss Franklin passed, Trump said she used to work for me. No, she used to perform for you. She worked for us.
Like I said, either way it goes, you can't say he worked for, he can't say he worked for her. He say he worked with her. So if he paid her, then that's something different. Yeah, you work for him. And I'm not knocking. I'm not trying to say all that little. It's just what it is. When you take some person's money, you especially work for them. But when you working, some people say you working with them. It's the same thing. Or he could have said she performed for me. That would have been more appropriately right. But the president didn't know at the time. He just went out of the blanks. But he said some nice, kind words about Rita Franklin. Ain't this something that I would ask Sharp? Ain't this something that you did? Ain't you worked for James Brown? Come on. All right. And secondly, Judge Greg Mathis speaking about a conversation he had with the Queen about the Flint water crisis. Now we all know what's going to happen in the Flint water crisis, where all the little ones had lead and they can't literally think, and then they had to stop the water and stuff from them not drinking it. So yeah, I got that. But man, you could have talked to the governor who was in attendance, but the governor had to leave because he didn't want to stay in that funeral all day. But about your concerns and privacy. Now watch what he had to say about that.
I may have to get on up there and fight again, and such, etc. I say, but they got me a little bit last time on television. They said, the judge, you out of order. That's not your fight. Stay on television and he and ha and entertain us. So I said, I don't know, Ree. She said, what are you scared? You're supposed to be from Detroit. What you scared of? So, in that vein, her last words to me were taken, and this is the honesty, this is honestly the case. Her last words were taken from the greatest song she's performed. And somehow it made me feel that she respected me, because the words she gave, when I told her, okay, I'll go back up there, she said, yeah, Greg, you go back up there and you sock it to him. So in honor of my sister, I'm going to Flint and I'm going to sock it to him, sock it to him, sock it to him.
I see why he's not on TV no more, syndication, because he wants to be joining the good fight and the good crusade of getting the Flint water crisis. What's next, Governor? What's next, Judge Mathis? You want to run for governor of Michigan? Hey, I put that out there since you want to be a champion of, you know, causes, and I admire that. But you could have told the man in his face, hey man, look here, you the one causing all these Flint water crisis, but the man would have been quickly denied. I didn't cause it. Your team or somebody did something. So you could have privately talked to him about it, rather than airing out in front of the whole world that you and it just made matters worse. And third, Micheal Eric Dyson called Trump this. He called him this in orange. And you won't believe how he called him. Take a look.
Orange apparition had the nerve to say she worked for him. You lugubrious leech. You doppelganger of deceit and deviance. You lethal liar. You dim-witted dictator. You foolish fascist.
Did you see what Micheal Eric Dyson called you? Orange uber goober leech, whatever he said. You orange. Like, can we get the slam bite again?
Orange apparition. Doppelganger of deceit and deviance.
Man, Mr. President, you got a lot of work to do, because many people think you are a small, tangy fruit that can be eatable. And some of them might want to eat you alive, and probably in 2 more years, once your re-election bid is up. But that Micheal Eric Dyson clip was funny, because you know that woke everyone up. That woke me up. Like, you know, you in a long film, like, he said, you orange, yeah. Oh man, what is he? He waking everybody up. He had the crowd going crazy. I was like, damn, I'm ready and prepared. Man, even the Reverend from Atlanta, don't know his name, but he stirred some controversy too at the funeral for Franklin. He said this.
We lost our soul. Oh God, Jesus, help me today. We lost our soul. Where is your soul, black man? As I look in your house, there are no fathers in the home no more. Where is your soul? 70% of our households are led by our precious, proud, fine black women. But as proud, beautiful, and fine as our black women are, one thing a black woman cannot do. A black woman cannot raise a black boy to be a man. She can't do that. She can't do that. She can't do that. Black man, where is your soul? A study was released not long ago by Tuskegee.
My God, man, you cannot. I'm having this orange in my hand, so you know, bear with me. man, you are a Atlanta pastor. You cannot, condemn and look down at single mothers, because single mothers are created. Some guys may not be all there, and some women may not be all in their mental capacity either. But the single mothers that try to work day in, day night, day out, working their butts off to provide for their children and make sure the children have quality education, that is commendable. Regardless, you just don't say that a woman cannot take care of a man, a young boy. It's plenty of people out here. Statistics that you got are proven wrong. So man, this ain't the 1950s, and this is the 2010s, and you need to get with the times and get with the program, because what you talking about, man, is so outdated that you don't even know what you're saying, because you're trying to get a reaction. So a little bit what you said was true, and a little bit what you said wasn't true. So you need to recap what you need to say, because there's a lot of single moms out there and single dads as well that's holding forth with their own responsibilities, and that's what's all about being a parent, holding your responsibility and taking care of your kids. So man, that's why you got all that backlash. But let's hear what a lot of folks had to say about the Aretha Franklin funeral. Take a look.
Woman and say that what I saw in that pulpit was completely and absolutely disgusting, completely uncalled for, and this man needs to apologize not only to Ariana Grande, he needs to apologize to her husband. I think she's married now. Apologize to his wife, apologize to his congregation, apologize to the people there and the Aretha Franklin's family. I mean, it was completely uncalled for. Now we're talking about all this Catholic abuse scandal stuff. We're talking about all this stuff with like the priests abusing kids. And
that speaks volumes right there. So this man right here ain't talking about nothing. So what he's saying is obsolete. All right, let's get to the reality show clip down. Love and Hip Hop. Now, let me warn you, Love and Hip Hop, when we try to get videos and stuff, they flag us and the videos get blocked. So we ain't going there. We're gonna have slideshows. Love and Hip Hop reality clip down slideshows. Now, everyone knows singer Brooke Valentine wants to get married and she's anxious, but her boyfriend having second thoughts. Take a look at these slideshows and I will walk you through. Now, Brooke looking at it like, oh, I'm about to get married, and the boyfriend like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want to do this right now. And then they turn around and say, you know what, I'm calling out the wedding. And you call out the wedding, then he gets down on the knees and then want to engage. Okay, what's the point now? You got married. She trying to get married real quick in a quick fashion, and now you saying you don't want to get married, you want to get engaged. Well, we need to start. Look at all these expenses right here. We got to start, doing something with this. We might as well get married, since we paid an arm and a leg to do so. So, hey, to each his own. Brooke Valentine look happy. The dude look like he's happy for now, until he finds another side chick. So we'll take it from there. And man, also Joe Biden was asked like what's in stake for his party in Democrat, and Joe Biden had to say this. Yeah, everything is at stake, even Joe Biden's reputation. Will Joe Biden even decide to run for president against this orange can we say that?
Orange apparition. Don't be
man. Let's see what they're gonna happen. And finally, the viral video of the week. All right, an Aniana woman, female definitely chief, retires and signs off to this. Man, that's a feel-good moment right there, that a police chief retires and signs off, and her daughter is the one to carry on the tradition as a dispatcher. That tells you a lot about human nature. So that does it for the take this week. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, and this has been this orange aberration, leech, parasite, fascist dictator who going to be eating in a few minutes. I have been telling you, we'll see you next time here on The Take.